Welcome to Tales from the Strip, where the glitz of Las Vegas hides chilling secrets. Join us as we explore spine-tingling horror stories and unsettling true crime tales that lurk beneath the neon lights. Subscribe now and prepare for a journey into the dark side of Sin City, where every story has a haunting twist. Let's dive into the darkness together.
Title: The Shadows of the Neon Graveyard. In Las Vegas, where the neon lights pulse like a heartbeat, there lies a forgotten section of the city known only to a few: the Neon Boneyard. It is a graveyard for old signs, relics of a bygone era, where the faded glimmers of Las Vegas's past whisper secrets to those brave enough to listen. The bright lights that once captivated millions now stand silent, casting long shadows that stretch into the night. Evelyn, an urban explorer with a passion for abandoned places, had always been drawn to the thrill of the forgotten. After hearing rumors about the Neon Boneyard being haunted, she felt compelled to visit. Her friends warned her. Stories of lost souls and eerie encounters floated through the air like the dust that settled on the old signs. One cool autumn evening, armed with her camera and a flashlight, Evelyn slipped through the rusted gates of the boneyard. The air was thick with nostalgia and decay, the remnants of a vibrant city hidden under layers of dust. She felt the weight of history in the air, a tangible reminder of dreams that had faded away. As she wandered deeper into the graveyard, the old signs loomed overhead like ancient sentinels. The glow of neon was replaced by the soft hum of the night, creating an unsettling silence. Evelyn could almost hear the echoes of laughter and music that had once filled the streets. Suddenly, her flashlight flickered, casting shadows that danced across the cracked pavement. Evelyn's heart raced. She shook the flashlight, willing it to stay lit. "Just a glitch," she whispered to herself, though a part of her felt that she was not alone. As she moved deeper into the maze of signs, she came across an old, rusted marquee. The letters spelled out, "Welcome to fabulous Las Vegas," but the sign had been long abandoned. A chill ran down her spine as she traced her fingers over the letters, feeling an energy that seemed to pulse beneath her touch. Without warning, the atmosphere shifted. The wind picked up, rustling the leaves and sending a shiver through her bones. Then she heard it, a soft laughter, distant yet close enough to feel. Evelyn spun around, but no one was there. Determined to capture the essence of the boneyard on film, she began recording her thoughts. "They say this place is haunted by the spirits of those who never left Las Vegas," she spoke into her camera, trying to shake off the creeping unease. "But tonight, I'm here to uncover the truth." As she ventured further, she noticed an unusual flickering light coming from a nearby sign, a vintage casino advertisement. She approached it cautiously, and as she drew closer, the laughter grew louder, echoing off the metal structures around her. It was no longer distant, it felt like it was right next to her. Suddenly, the lights of the sign flared to life, illuminating the area in a vibrant glow. But something was off. The colors were distorted, and shadows twisted unnaturally along the ground. Evelyn's instincts screamed at her to leave, but she felt a pull, an irresistible curiosity that compelled her to stay. Just then, she caught a glimpse of movement out of the corner of her eye. A group of shadowy figures flitted between the signs, their features obscured, but their laughter clear. "Join us!" they called out, their voices an unsettling harmony that sent chills down her spine. Evelyn backed away, heart pounding. "I'm not here to join you!" she shouted, the bravado in her voice faltering. The figures paused, their laughter morphing into a low, haunting hum. The shadows began to merge, forming a single dark entity that loomed before her. "You seek the truth, don't you?" the entity whispered, its voice echoing like a distant memory. "This place holds our stories. We are the dreams that died here." With trembling hands, Evelyn turned to flee, but the shadows surged toward her, enveloping her in darkness. "You cannot escape the past," they cried, their voices intertwining into a cacophony of despair. Evelyn ran, the beams of her flashlight slicing through the gloom as she stumbled over debris. The whispers echoed behind her, growing louder, wrapping around her like chains. "You're one of us now. You'll never leave! Just when she thought she would be consumed by the darkness, she spotted the gate, the rusted exit that promised freedom. Summoning every ounce of strength, she bolted toward it, feeling the shadows claw at her heels. As she burst through the gates, the night air hit her like a wave, cool and refreshing. She collapsed on the pavement outside, gasping for breath, the whispers fading into the distance. The shadows lingered just beyond the gate, watching her with longing, their laughter fading into the night. In the days that followed, Evelyn couldn't shake the experience. She spent hours editing the footage she had captured, hoping to convey the haunting beauty of the Neon Boneyard. When she finally shared her video, The Lost Souls of the Neon Graveyard, it went viral, captivating viewers with its eerie storytelling. But each time she closed her eyes, the whispers returned, reminding her of the shadows that lurked in the dark corners of the boneyard. She realized that some stories are not meant to be told, that some souls are destined to wander, forever trapped in the glow of forgotten dreams. Title: The Lost Souls of Fremont Street. In the heart of Las Vegas, where the bright lights of the Strip give way to the gritty realism of Fremont Street, the atmosphere shifted as the sun dipped below the horizon. The vibrant street was alive with laughter and music, but beneath this lively exterior lay a darkness that few dared to acknowledge. Tales of disappearances and strange occurrences haunted the alleys and corners, whispered among those who wandered too close to the shadows. Claire, an aspiring filmmaker, had recently moved to Vegas, captivated by the city's energy and the stories begging to be told. She was drawn to Fremont Street, a place rich with history and mystery. After hearing unsettling rumors about people vanishing without a trace, she felt compelled to investigate. One evening, armed with her camera and a spirit of adventure, Claire ventured to Fremont Street. The neon lights buzzed around her, casting an otherworldly glow. She spoke with street performers and locals, gathering fragments of tales. Many recounted stories of lost souls, people who had come to Vegas seeking fortune, only to disappear into the night. "Don't go too deep into the alleys," warned a weathered magician, his eyes glinting with fear. "Those streets have a way of swallowing people whole." Ignoring the warning, Claire set out to capture the essence of Fremont. As she wandered deeper into the labyrinth of streets, she began filming snippets of her surroundings. The vibrant performers, the drunken revelers, the haunting murals depicting the city's history. But as the night wore on, an unsettling chill settled in the air. Claire felt an invisible weight pressing down on her, a feeling that she was being watched. She tried to shake it off, focusing on her project, but the sensation only intensified. As she turned down an isolated alley, the noise from the street faded, replaced by an eerie silence. The walls seemed to close in around her, and shadows danced at the edges of her vision. Claire's heart raced as she felt an inexplicable pull deeper into the darkness. Suddenly, she stumbled upon an old, dilapidated building, its facade crumbling, windows shattered, a forgotten relic of a time long past. The door creaked open as if inviting her inside. Driven by curiosity, she stepped over the threshold, the air inside thick with dust and despair. The interior was a ghost of its former self, filled with remnants of lives once lived. Faded photographs lined the walls, smiling faces that seemed to watch her as she moved through the empty rooms. Claire's instincts screamed at her to leave, but she pressed on, hoping to capture something unique for her film. As she explored, she heard faint whispers echoing through the hallways. "Help us! Help us!" The sound sent chills down her spine. Claire turned to leave, but the door slammed shut behind her, trapping her inside. Panic surged as she rushed to the door, but it wouldn't budge. The whispers grew louder, surrounding her, weaving a web of despair. "You're one of us now. Stay with us." The words echoed in her mind, pulling her deeper into the building. Claire's breath quickened as she felt cold fingers brush against her skin. She spun around, her camera illuminating the darkness. Shadows flitted across the walls, and she caught glimpses of the lost souls, faded figures trapped between worlds, their eyes filled with sorrow. Desperate to escape, Claire pushed through the rooms, searching for a way out. Each door she opened led her deeper into the nightmare, revealing scenes of despair, a poker game frozen in time, A couple dancing in a forgotten ballroom, laughter echoing from rooms that had long been abandoned. "Join us, Claire," a voice whispered, soft and inviting. It was the ghost of a young woman, her eyes wide with longing. "We can show you the way. We can be free together." "No! I won't stay here!" Claire screamed, her voice breaking. The shadows closed in, their grip tightening around her as she felt the pull of despair dragging her down. In a surge of adrenaline, she dashed toward the back of the building, where a faint light flickered. As she reached it, she stumbled into a small room filled with old memorabilia from the casino days, trophies, chips, and remnants of a life once lived. Among them lay a dusty old journal. With trembling hands, Claire opened it, discovering pages filled with the stories of those who had disappeared in the very building she stood in. Their hopes, dreams, and fears spilled across the paper, revealing a pattern of addiction and betrayal that had turned the vibrant lives into mere shadows. As she read, the whispers grew frantic, the shadows writhing around her. "You're ours! You can't leave!" They reached for her, their icy fingers grazing her arms, pulling her back into the depths of despair. Claire closed her eyes, focusing on her determination to escape. "I won't be one of you!" she shouted, feeling the strength of her will pushing against the encroaching darkness. She turned and raced back toward the door, her heart pounding, fueled by the stories of those who had been lost.
Thanks for joining us on this chilling journey through Tales from the Strip. If you enjoyed these spine-tingling stories of horror and true crime, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a tale from the shadows. Share your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for more stories that reveal the darker side of Sin City.